So singer Lizzo is breaking her silence in her first statement since the lawsuit that was filed against her and her team with weight-shaming allegations, racial bias, and more. Not only that, more accusers are coming out in regards to their experiences with Lizzo. Lizzo has enlisted famed celebrity attorney Marty Singer for her defense. And apparently, one of the accusers named in this lawsuit may have contradicted herself in a video that was recorded after these alleged allegations. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So there's been a lot of mixed reactions in regards to what this lawsuit has said about Lizzo. If you missed any of our coverage in regards to some of the details, and you can Google schmoogle the actual court documents and what these three dancers are alleging against Lizzo. Two of the dancers in this lawsuit with their attorney did multiple interviews talking about what they experienced while working with Lizzo. Well, early this morning, Lizzo broke her silence on her social media and posted this statement. So let's examine what Lizzo says in the statement, because a lot of you had mixed reactions to what she said. So she says this in a no caption post. These last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. She continues and she says, as an artist, I have always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put out the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. So here she's addressing some of what was said in regards to some of the rehearsals being gut-wrenching. Some people were fired because they weren't up to par. So she's addressing that here. She says, with passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. I am not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain that people and the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I am very open with my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I am not. There is nothing I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. I'm hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who has reached out in support to lift me up during this difficult time. So just to kind of backtrack on some of what she said in here. So as I just read, she says that I'm not the villain that people and the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I'm very open with my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I am not. I mean, you could read this in a couple of different ways. If any of what was said in this lawsuit in regards to what happened in Amsterdam at this club, and this is where the business of music and entertainment gets blurred between personal and professional. You can have your sexuality, you can have your openness, Lizzo, but that doesn't mean when you guys are not working and you're in a club that if what they're describing, if it is true, that's not okay. You can be open with your sexuality, but as someone's employer, there are lines. There are lines. I just tweeted this that A lot of these celebrities invest in, I need to have this stylist or this house or this type of car. And they don't really think about the team that they are building. Yes, you need your manager, you need your accountant, you need your style, you need those things. But you also forget that critical part, that HR department, that a lot of these entities, because Lizzo is now an entity, she is a brand. It's not just Lizzo, she has a team. And I believe this is the same issue. We were just talking about this with Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen had an HR department, but so often these HR departments are scared of the employer that employs them. This is why a lot of HR departments and a lot of different companies are separate entities. They're not in the same building. They're not the same. They're a separate company. That's what people really should be investing in, because your HR department probably be like, yeah, how about you just go with your friends and not with the people that you employ? Because I see a lot of mixed reactions on social media about this. A lot of people are saying, oh, I can't believe that Lizzo would do something like this. And then I also see, based off what people saw in these interviews with the accusers, there's just like, it sounds like you guys could have chosen not to go. It seems as if you guys were not doing the work that you were supposed to be doing. Devil's advocate. Well, sometimes, especially in entertainment, and not even just in entertainment, if Lizzo or your boss or someone with power says to do something, you don't want to say no. You don't want to say no. Just adding that element. Here I go twerking on the fence, but look, I'm trying to give you both sides. So she came out with this statement. So there have been mixed reactions, but as I was looking through her comments on social media, one of the comments stood out to me and I wanted to read it because I think it's important, especially with the job that I do. And sometimes I need this reminder. And this comes from It's Miller _dark on social media. He responded in the comment section under Lizzo's, one of her pictures, because a lot of you guys are already in the comment section dragging Lizzo. And we don't know if any of this stuff is true. However, which we will talk about in just a second, there are more allegations coming out, new allegations. So It's Miller says this in the comment section. Collectively, everyone is being unreal. If someone is named in a lawsuit, it's fully against their interest to say anything publicly, because it had been a couple of days since this news came out, even to defend themselves. So these, quote, demands for her to say something within hours of a lawsuit being filed are wild. Just like the plaintiffs, all comments will be handled through a lawyer. And I believe her statement was probably combed through PR and her attorney, her new attorney, I'm sure. And I will get to Marty Singer in a second. So he continues, he says, most of y'all are engaging with bots in the comments. Then there's that. Even if any of this is true, there's something very concerning about the instantaneous shift in perspective on someone you claim to love, in parentheses, that speaks more about us as a society and our deep-seated desire to see someone fall or their demise. It's gross. Let me tell you, I don't often read all the comments, but this one was at the top of the comments and I read it. I was like, wow, because I see it. I see it on social media. I see it in the comment section. People that once loved Lizzo, praised Lizzo, immediately switched gears and they were like, wait a minute. I'm keeping an open mind. However, there are new allegations that are coming out. And now a filmmaker, one of the filmmakers that supposedly were supposed to work on a documentary with Lizzo, has broken her silence on social media. So filmmaker Sophia Nahli Allison says that she dropped out as a director of Lizzo's documentary in 2019 after facing mistreatment from her. So she posted this on social media, and I just want to read it to you guys. So Sophia posted on social media, she says, sharing this because validating other Black women's experience is deeply important to me. She says, I usually do not comment on anything pop culture related, but in 2019, I traveled a bit with Lizzo to be the director of her documentary. I walked away after about 2 weeks. I was treated with such disrespect by her. I witnessed how arrogant, self-centered, and unkind she is. I was not protected and was thrown into a ishy situation with little support. My spirit said to run as fast as you effing can, and I'm also grateful I trusted my gut. I felt gaslit and was deeply hurt, but I've healed. Reading these reports made me realize how dangerous of a situation it was. This kind of abuse of power happens far too often. Much love and support to the dancers." She added, "To be clear, since I've spoken out, I've had others privately share their very similar experiences. And I have also been affirmed by people who witnessed what I went through. Lizzo creates an extremely toxic and hostile working environment and undermines the work, labor, and authority of other Black and brown women in the process. Now, notice how the documentary ended up being directed by a cis white man.
Hell no.
She is narcissistic bully and has built her brand off of lies. I was excited to support and protect a Black woman through the documentary process, but quickly learned her image and quote message was a curated facade. I stand with the dancers and anyone who has had similar experiences working with her and her team. These working conditions are not okay." So here's the thing. You know, when we were talking about the Jonathan Major situation, or when we talk about any celebrity that is caught in a lawsuit or arrest or anything like this, we try to keep an open mind. At least I do. Or our community definitely tries to keep an open mind. But when more and more allegations come out, it makes you start to wonder if there's smoke, there's fire. Rolling Stone just released an expose on Jonathan Majors with 40 different interviews that they did. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on one right now. We will rewind back to this video when it comes out, or another magazine outlet. So yesterday, the two of the dancers that filed this lawsuit against Lizzo spoke out in interviews. One of those interviews was with TMZ. Well, now Marty Singer is Lizzo's attorney. So because I've been doing this for so long, when I see certain attorneys, celebrity attorneys speak out or named in an article, I'm like, sounds familiar. Marty Singer has represented, I think, Chris Brown. He's represented Bill Cosby, Charlie Sheen. He's represented John Travolta, Jim Carrey, Ricky Martin. Remember the Ricky Martin situation with the nephew? He's represented Ricky Martin. He's represented Kim Kardashian, Jonah Hill, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Kevin Costner, Tristan Thompson. You remember that. So when a celebrity's in trouble, they go to Marty Singer because he makes those things disappear. So Marty Singer is speaking to TMZ, and now we have this video footage of one of the accusers praising Lizzo, and this is after.
That I have a story that people need to hear because I think they can relate to it, and I think it can help change lives and, you know, do what Lizzo's doing. I look up to her so much, and I just want to follow in her footsteps and not only be an amazing dancer, but be an amazing singer and storyteller. I love to write music, I love to sing, and I just want to share that with the Queen Lizzo herself.
According to TMZ, this says one of the women suing Lizzo, claiming that she was done dirty by the singer, actually sang her praises after the alleged incident. She says she was terrorized. So TMZ has obtained a video shot in April of 2023 in which plaintiff Ariana Davis gushes over Lizzo, saying, "It's been so amazing and such a beautiful journey. I look up to her so much. I just want to follow in her footsteps, and I just want to share that with the Queen Lizzo herself." So Lizzo's attorney, Marty Singer, tells TMZ these do not sound like the words of someone who was harassed or discriminated against by someone they described as the Queen. So according to TMZ, they said that Ariana Davis made her comments after the European leg of Lizzo's tour, after season 1 of Watch Out for the Big Girls. All of Davis's allegations involve alleged incidents before she shot this video. In an interview for season 2 of the show, in which Davis pitches herself as a singer. So TMZ says that Davis and the other plaintiff, Crystal Williams, appeared on TMZ Live Tuesday and acknowledged that they were fired after Lizzo's team said their dancing was not up to par. So in an update to the story, Ariana Davis is explaining the video. In a quote, she says, "Right up until last minute, I didn't realize how bad it was and how much I was being taken advantage of. I just genuinely wanted to save my job. This video further explains how much I was trying to please Lizzo." Look, as I said before, it is hard to determine what is truth and what is not. Will this go further than this lawsuit? I don't know. But in this statement that Lizzo released, it sounds like she wants to fight, but I wouldn't be surprised if this goes away, especially because someone like Marty Singer is involved. Guys, I want to know your reaction to all of this information, Lizzo's statement, this new allegation from the filmmaker, and what is being said in this new video that has been shared by Marty Singer to TMZ. Guys, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Ooh, you bring the ladder. I got